imagine you have an important occasion. You're wearing your prettiest outfit. You leave your house with pure excitement. Then, someone threw a tomato at you. And now, my question is, what would you do if someone throws a tomato at you? Number 1, you would look for police. But the guy would probably leave by the time you find someone. Number 2, quietly leave. You know, low cortisol and stuff. No. It was actually confirmed to be the safest option by the internet. But considering our community, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like not everyone will do that. Number 3, shoot at them. Yeah, this is actually pretty understandable. Yeah, this is probably not the best idea, because most likely their purpose was to rage bait you and you fell for it. Number 4, just sit there and cry. Yeah, knowing me, I would for sure do this. And number 5, harass them. This question actually has so many options. Like you can throw a tomato back at them, or maybe a rock. You can make a cutscene. How could you do this to me? This was going to be my best day ever. Help! I'm going to faint. We are not mentioning my acting skills. Anyway, back to where we were. I would actually like to know your opinion about it, so don't forget to comment your opinion down below this video. As some of you already understand, today I'm going to talk about pranks I don't really like. I'm pretty sure most of you have already seen one of those prank videos online, but have you ever considered what would you do if you were in a situation like that? Yeah, that question quite bothered me a lot. I understand most of these videos are scripted and was made to attract viewers' attention, but not every of them are scripted so far. There were many cases where teens tried to prank adults and it didn't end very well. We don't know how a stranger would react. There are countless videos where people threw eggs, drinks, cakes at people, only to them to end up getting chased, or in the worst case. Another prank I don't really like is birthday cakes. Now, don't get me wrong here, I don't hate birthday cakes. I hate when people push you in the birthday cakes. And if you watched my first video, you would know that I had a birthday recently. After blowing the candles, I decided to take a bite out of my cake. And oh gosh, that was the time I realized the balls on my cake were stick to the sticks. And that made me think that what would have happened if someone tried to push me into a cake. Mind you, the chopsticks I drew in this video were far more literal than it were in real life. There are actually so many pranks like this on the internet where they push people's faces on their cakes only for them to get injured at the end. There are so many prank videos like this on the internet that are heartbreaking to watch. But still, there is an example video I still wanted to show you. And no one's getting injured in that video. Don't worry, my pals, I do care about y'all. And as I'm a sensitive person myself, I do understand. Now, just watch this video. So, as you can see, she cried not because she was injured, but because she simply didn't like this prank. Look, birthdays are special days for many people, so they do want to feel special on their birthday. And as we can say, she did her makeup for many hours. She woke up to do her hair just to feel special this day. I don't think pushing someone's face into cake would make them feel special. And besides, wasn't pranks meant to be funny for both sides? And for the smarties who will say that I can't do this if I will make sure that there is nothing in the cake, I'm unfortunately informing you that it's still pretty dangerous to do that. This story happened to me when I turned 10 years old. So I woke up, everything was nice, my room was nice, they made me a pony themed birthday room. I really remember that there were dashboard of Rainbow Dash, but my favorite ponies for sure Twilight Sparkle. I still loved it. It was very fun, and my cake was, those 2020 themed cakes. It was one of them. So the same situation. After I blowed my candles, someone decided to push me in the cake, and guess what? The cake actually got stuck on my nose. I couldn't breathe. Not gonna lie, that was a pretty horrible experience for a 10-year-old me because that was really painful. Even after getting the cake out of my nose, I wasn't feeling the birthday vibes anymore. Wait. Let me show you what I mean. Wait, give me a second. This one's kinda heavy. Okay, now it's time to learn with My Little Pony. Okay, I noticed that I've mentioned My Little Pony quite a lot in the past. It's not like I'm obsessed with it. Indeed I am. Then in chapter 28, Twilight Sparkle have managed to save her friends again. Okay, jokes aside, I would like to show an episode of My Little Pony to you. Here, let me give the context of episode first. So, Pinkie Pie and Rainbow Dash have decided to prank other of her friends, which didn't end up funny at the end, and as you can see, other girls didn't really were mad at him. But
Fluttershy. What? No. We can't prank Fluttershy. I mean, she's so sensitive. It'll hurt her feelings, even our most harmless prank.
see how they refused to prank her? Because they knew that she would get sensitive. For people who haven't watched My Little Pony, Fluttershy is actually a very sensitive one. It was pretty mentioned that in the show she's even afraid of her own shadow. And I really like the fact that they decided to actually respect it. Some adults gotta still learn things from My Little Pony. Oh my god. You know, pranks are just like jokes. They are only funny if both sides are laughing. I feel like most people these days are forgetting the purpose of the pranks and just straight up making each other mad. Look, I'm not saying that pranks are bad. We should not do them at all. My point that I'm trying to convey is that pranks doesn't meant to upset someone. More of an opposite. It have to make someone happier. Actually, I cannot say this to pranks. Maybe jokes are meant to make people happier, but pranks gotta give people more of a confused feeling, not irritating. Personally, I have done the cake prank many few times. Okay, now before you throw your tomatoes at me, I would like to clarify that I made it in a different way. I would slightly dip my finger into the cake and put some of the cream on the birthday girl's or boy's nose. Actually, by this joke, no one seemed too irritated so far. It was actually more of a funny, and no one was upset, I can assure you. If the cake itself has some of the bows, I will make sure to stick that bow to the cream and then put it on their nose because that would look so silly. I do this kind of things on my birthday too, and I take pictures with it. Out of few times I did this, I remember doing it to my classmate once and she decided to do it back to me. And guess what? While running away from her, I kind of fell on the sofa, and that was actually fun of a memory, not irritating for anyone. And after the birthday, I also asked if she's mad about it because she likes doing makeup a lot. And she said she didn't even care because there was just a little bit of cream. And before doing this prank, I haven't told anyone about it, so no one recorded me. But everyone recorded her trying to harass me with the cake. So now I think I can legally give her to police for trying to harass me with a piece of cream. Spoilers, I did. Anyways, thank you for watching this video. I'm really grateful for the support I got from the very first video. I really had fun reading the comments in that video, and yes, they did quite boost my mood to finish this video faster. They did motivate me, so thank everyone. Want to see more? You can subscribe to my channel. I love you, pals. Bye bye.